Imagine you're a strider, swimming in lava and fighting monsters for 100 days! On day 1, I spawned in as a baby strider. I feel toasty. As a baby strider, I only have 5 hearts. Luckily, this lava doesn't hurt me. Before I could get comfortable, I was attacked by a group of ghasts. Ah! I'm getting out of here! I managed to evade the ghasts, but while doing so, I ran into a wither skeleton. Hello? Don't mean any trouble. I'm just gonna run away now. Okay, bye. Ah! I ran away scared. Hopefully I don't run into that guy again. Later in the day, I found some wart fungus, which honestly was pretty yucky. Ew. And since I wasn't in lava, I was really cold. I found a nearby pool, dipping my toes in it. After that, I called it a day. On day 2, I walked around the Nether, alone. Suddenly, I was jumped by a piglin. Ah!
Boy, look what we got here! A little Strider pop! Tell me, Strider, how do you walk on lava like that?
I don't know. I just kinda can.
Wrong answer, mate.
I followed the piglin, scared as to where he was taking me. Just let me go! We reached their camp, where I was placed down in front of the piglin leader.
Let's make this easy, Strider. Tell us the secrets to lava walking.
I promise you, I really don't know. I'd tell you if I could. The piglin approached me. I figured it was the end for me. There was no way I could fight this guy. Luckily, though, I was saved!
Ha! Not today, boys!
She was incredible, hurting and scaring away both piglins with ease. After that, we ran away to hide together.
Hey, I'm Samantha. You can call me Sam. Part of the Coalition of Striders. You want to join our cause?
I told her my name was Max. I had no idea what coalition she was talking about, but I agreed to help out. I didn't know anything about Sam, but I liked her. She was the coolest strider, well, the only strider I've ever met.
You seem cold. Here, drink this. Fights against our body's natural tendency to have frostbite.
Thanks. We went to higher ground, and I didn't feel cold. This is amazing! Sam told me I would need some basic tools, so she gave me a pickaxe and an axe. Thank you.
I gotta get going, but we'll be in touch super soon. Yeah? It's nice meeting you, Max.
And just like that, she was gone. I didn't know when it would be, but I was excited to see Sam again. On day 3, I decided to keep exploring the Nether. This place is huge! I gathered lots of crimson stem tree blocks and used them to create a crafting table. Next, I used the table to make crimson planks. After that, I started to build my new home. Aside from the horrifying noises of the Nether, it was pretty peaceful. After, I made a shovel and carved out a nice path into the lava. This is nice. Suddenly, a piglin riding a strider rushed towards my base. I just got here, dude. I realized I didn't have any weapons, so I quickly made a wooden sword to defend myself. I began to fight the piglin, being sure not to hurt my strider friend. Take this, you smelly swine! Despite my size, I managed to take the piglin down. Hey, are you okay? The strider gave me tons of overworld food. Where did you get all this? Sure. The strider went on his way, leaving me alone once again. On days 4 through 7, I woke up at my base to find Sam inside. Hi.
Good morning, Max. Whoa, your base looks really nice. Did you do this by yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Good work. But that's actually not why I'm here. I wanted to take you to the Strider City.
Wait, what's that? Sam explained to me that it was a city where striders lived in peace. Best of all, there wasn't a single piglin in sight.
You in?
Obviously, the two of us set off towards the city. We traveled through a variety of different environments in the Nether, fighting off some ugly monsters along the way. You don't stand a chance! Sam was a really great fighter. She was able to take down a wither skeleton with ease. Man, she's so cool.
You coming?
Right behind you. Finally, we arrived at the city, and it was glorious. So this is what heaven looks like.
Come with me. I want to introduce you to someone.
Sam led me to an intimidating-looking strider.
Max, this is the city chief and my dad.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir.
Bit of a shrimp, aren't you?
He's small, but he packs the punch. I saw him fight off a group of wither skeletons by himself.
Oh, well, pardon my assumptions. Anyone who can take down some wither skeletons is a warrior in my book.
I'm totally cool now. After meeting with her dad, Sam led me to a small house for me to live in. This is so nice. It could be like my vacation home.
See you in the morning.
With that, it was time for a well-deserved rest. On days 8 through 10, I woke up to find that the city was under attack. Oh no, the piglins must have followed us here. In the distance, I spotted a big bad basalt giant.
I've come from the core of this wretched world. Its soul is mine to claim. Kill these striders, men!
The basalt giant let out a loud laugh and went on his way.
Here, boy, take this.
It was an iron sword. After, I jumped straight into battle. There were countless piglins, all with golden swords that seriously outmatched my own equipment and power. I slayed one piglin after another. They didn't stand a chance. With the help of the other Strider Knights in town, we took down every last piglin. And don't come back. After the dust settled, I found Sam in the battlefield. She must have been helping us fight too. Sam, are you all right?
I am, but this needs to end. Will you help me stop the war between Strider and Piglin?
Absolutely. I'll do anything to keep this city safe.
Great, come with me then.
Sam took me to her father, who she brought up to speed with our agreement. He decided to make me an honorary Strider Knight.
Now go with my daughter and free this land of those piglin scum.
You got it, Chief. We were tasked with going to the overworld to gather supplies that can help the cause. He gave me 14 obsidian blocks as well as flint and steel to create a nether portal back to the overworld. You can count on me, sir. With that, Sam and I set off to end the basalt giant's tyranny over the Strider City. We returned to my original base, where we could build the portal a safe distance from the city. Can't have any overworld monsters endangering our people. Using the materials from the Chief Strider, we built the nether portal. Prepped and ready to go, we decided to rest for the night and embark on our journey in the morning. On days 11 through 13, we decided to go through the portal. Here goes nothing. Sam and I jumped into the portal, sending us into the overworld. Whoa! This is like nothing I've ever seen before! Thank goodness for the potion Sam gave me. Otherwise, I would be freezing. We traveled through a lush forest, passing by pools of water and different kinds of animals.
They have blue lava?
Ew! The animals here are so ugly.
Okay, no time for lollygagging, right? We got a job to do.
Right. Sam and I located a cave where we found both coal and iron. Score! We continued exploring when suddenly we spotted red eyes peering all around us. I don't think these guys are friendly! Spiders began attacking Sam and I. We had to fight them off. However, with Sam by my side, they were a piece of cake. Woo! Slaying spiders sure does build up an appetite. I realized I would run out of food soon, so Sam and I went to find some grub. We found some cows, killing them and taking their meat. Sorry, weird animals. Sam and I ate some more food, turning us into adults. Wow, this is amazing!
Wow, overworld food was just what we needed.
As an adult, I now had 10 hearts. We're going to be unstoppable. Suddenly, in the middle of our celebration, a zombified piglet got to jump on us.
It's a zombified piglin? What's wrong with it?
Who cares? Kill it! The two of us slayed the zombie piglet, who dropped a gold sword and a letter upon its death. Worthless piglin. Go to the overworld and hunt down 2 striders known as Max and Samantha, the basalt giant. They sent an assassin. We've got to watch our backs. We promptly returned through the nether portal and back to the base to regroup and rest. On days 14 through 17, we used the materials that we gathered from the overworld to fortify our base even more. It's really coming together. While Sam went to grab more supplies, a magma cube bounced up to me. I don't know. I remembered that magma cream would be helpful for making magma blocks. We could use them to keep us warm in the overworld. I'll take you up on that. With that, I built the magma cube a small room all to himself. There you go, buddy. The magma cube gave me a full stack of magma cream. Yay! This will be useful for keeping the base warm, and much more. After I got the magma cube settled in, Sam approached me.
I got our next mission. We need to do some reconnaissance on the basalt giant soldiers and check back in with the chief.
I agreed, and we set off to find some piglins. On days 18 through 20, we located the piglin camp. Sneaky, sneaky. We We were watching from afar when suddenly the basalt giant appeared.
Oh my god, there's that scary dude.
My brainless pawns, continue this war and you'll have a place in my utopia. Your next mission? Draining the lava lakes and starting my kingdom. We'll even get stacks of string from all the dead striders.
What a monster! How can he do that to our people?
With our new information, we decided to head back to the base and continue our preparations. When we got back, we started to build. We expanded the base further, adding 4 additional rooms. 2 rooms were for Sam and I to sleep, and another one was for our chests. Living in luxury. Once our building was complete, we were approached by a young piglin.
Please help! My mom was exiled by the basalt giant and I can't find her!
Oh no! Well, you're welcome to stay here, and we'll find your mom when we can. We got the young piglin settled into the additional room we had built, and decided to call it a day. On days 21 through 25, I woke up and decided to gather some more materials. Before I did though, I made an iron pickaxe. I explored the nether once again, and eventually I stumbled upon an abandoned bastion remnant. Ooh, spooky. I mined as much of it as I could, finding gold, basalt, and polished blackstone. Score! As I was about to leave, I heard a weird wailing in the distance. What the heck? I decided to further explore the bastion remnant, and found a strange ghost looking out onto the lava. Who or what are you?
My name is William. I was just a young boy when it happened. I did what no mortal should have done. I took a void charm off the floor and thought, hey, my lucky day, a perfectly good charm, just for me. They don't tell you in school that it will doom you forever. Now I'm bound to this place until I break the curse.
Well, how do you do that?
I have to find the Howling Hollow and return this void charm to the distinguished Marjorie Talos. How do they expect me to do that when I'm trapped here?
Well, maybe I can help. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Here it is.
The ghost handed me the void charm, and I returned to the base to rest for the night. On days 26 through 29, I decided it was time to go on my quest to find the piglin's parents. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Max!
I began to explore the nether and eventually came across a strange structure. There, I saw some piglins guarding the area. Now, what could be in there? I got the jump on the guards and began to fight the mob. I'll make you into bacon! I entered the building to find the young piglin's mom trapped behind bars, as well as a mob of piglin guards waiting. Don't you guys just give up? I managed to slay all the piglin guards and walked up to the piglin mom. What happened? Why are you in here?
I'm here because I don't want war with the basalt giant. It would only cause destruction.
Just as I was about to free the piglin mom, a netherite monstrosity appeared.
So you're the little strider stirring up trouble. The basalt giant ordered me to kill you.
The fight began, and he was brutal. He was easily 10 times bigger than me. Ayah! Take this! Ayah! He let out ferocious attacks, first trying to slam me with his massive fists. I had to evade them the best I could.
I'll pound you flat.
When I thought he was getting low on health, he began to spit out huge balls of lava at me. Ah, I'm a strider, dummy. I love lava.
And lava isn't for you.
Suddenly, he sucked up the lava, healing himself. Stop prolonging this! As he continued to heal, I knew I needed stronger weapons. This iron sword wasn't gonna cut it much longer.
This world doesn't belong to you, but instead the ore and rock that make it what it is.
This place is my home just as much as it is yours. I slashed my sword, killing the netherite monstrosity. Finally! Upon his death, he dropped netherite boots and an archangel smite. Afterwards, I went and saved the young piglin's mom. We traveled back home, where I reunited the two of them.
Mommy! My sweet boy!
As a thank you for saving their skin, the mama piglin gave me some armor. This is incredible! Thank you!
If you don't mind, could we stay here? War still rages in the nether and we don't have anywhere else to go.
I agreed to let them stay with me and called it a night. On days 30 through 32, I decided to test out my Archangel Smite on some hoglins. It sent out some heat-seeking arrows that homed in on my enemies. This is awesome! After testing out my new gear, I built a small house for the piglins. I used some of my polished blackstone bricks so they felt more at home.
Thanks, Max!
The base was feeling a bit empty, so I decided to go to the overworld and recruit new animals. I found cows, pigs, and most importantly, sheep. Hey guys, would you like to stay at my base? I can promise you protection from the basalt giant. I collected some birch wood on the way back to the camp and crafted logs into planks and sticks. Afterwards, I used those materials to create birch fences. I brought the animals back to the base, and there I collected wool from the sheep. This will come in handy for a little project I have in mind. Once the base was complete, I called it a night. Life is good. On days 33 through 35, I woke up to the nether base being attacked by an ender golem. What the heck? Sam and I had to jump in before he harmed anyone there. Everyone run! We got this! We began to fight him off, but he was super tough.
Back down, puny striders. I will not fail the basalt giants.
Who are you calling puny? Sam and I managed to take down the ender golem. That's what you get for being a sussy baka. I was worried that more would be on their way, and I was gonna need more muscle. Sam, could you do some building while I'm gone? I need to take care of something.
Sure thing. Good luck.
I returned to the overworld in search of ways to train myself. During my travels, I passed through a village, but suddenly, all the villagers began to panic. Monster? Where? Out of nowhere, an iron golem appeared before me. No, wait! I was just passing through. The iron golem started to attack me, and a second one joined in. They were incredibly strong and outnumbered me. Please, I surrender! I'm not here to harm anyone or anything. I just want to stop the basalt giant. The iron golems suddenly stopped their attack. It's okay. Looks can be deceiving. Actually, you can. I made a deal with the iron golems, and one agreed to come back with me to help protect our base. On days 36 through 39, we returned to the overworld base to find more mobs wreaking havoc. Can you guys lay off for like 5 minutes? I was fixing to jump into battle, but the iron golem stepped in instead and kicked some monster butt. Now that's what I'm talking about! Once all the mobs were killed, I asked if the iron golem would be willing to stay and protect the overworld base. Now that we had some extra brawn, it was time to start my secret project. First, I traveled to a nearby plains biome, where I collected some red flowers. Nice and red, just like home. I returned to the nether base with my new materials, where I dyed my wool supply for my giant strider statue. This would serve as a beacon for everyone who is seeking protection from the basalt giant. After some building, I went to gather more basalt blocks for the statue. As I was collecting materials, I spotted a blaze floating atop a huge tower in the distance. He was shooting fireballs all around him. That's so cool! I decided to climb the tower to get a closer look. Hey, mister!
What is a strider doing at these heights?
I wanted to ask you if you could show me how to shoot those sick fireballs.
You are a strider. Your body cannot handle magical elements like mine can.
Please! I want to learn so I can protect my people.
Okay then, little one. Take this map. It leads to a powerful foe in the overworld. If you can defeat this foe, then I will train you.
As you wish, sir. I won't let you down. On days 40 through 43, with my new map in hand, I decided to return to the base and finish up the legs of the statue. Off to a great start. Afterwards, I traveled back to the overworld to seek out the strong foe the Blaze had told me to defeat. Time to prove I'm worthy. I ventured through many biomes, the desert being the best. Nice and warm. And the snow being the worst. Get me out of here! I found a cave along the way and mined some iron. I'm gonna need this. Oh, diamond! Yes! I plopped down a crafting bench and quickly made a diamond sword and some iron armor for my upcoming battle. I continued my search until I came across a lair filled with zombie piglin. Coming through! I fought up the hordes of the zombie piglin until I finally reached the boss room. Inside was a blackstone dwarf. The Blaze sent me to destroy you.
You, a little tiny strider? Ha! I'm the basalt giant's right-hand man. I'd like to see you try.
I'll make you eat those words. We began to battle it out, but the dwarf's power was absolutely crushing. Are you sure you're just a dwarf? The battle continued on, but it became clear that my attacks weren't strong enough to defeat him. The Blaze was right. I am too weak. I ran away from the Blackstone dwarf disheartened. I would have to return once I was stronger, but right now, I needed help. I need Sam. I returned back home to the Nether and decided to rest for the night. On days 44 through 47, I woke up to find Sam looking out at the lava. She seemed upset. Hey, Sam, is everything all right?
No.
Sam tossed me a note. It was from her dad, saying that his stressitis was becoming more severe and he feared the worst. Oh no. That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. But I'm gonna have to return home and check on him.
I understand. Good luck. Sam nodded and left. I was gonna miss her, but family was more important. After she left, I went to find more animals impacted by the basalt giant. While exploring, I heard strange noises, almost like crying. What's that? Like magic, ghosts surrounded me. This must be the Howling Hollows. This was my chance to find Marjorie Talos and free the Bastion ghost from his curse. Hi, are you Marjorie Talos?
No, I'm Benedict Sherwood.
Are you Marjorie?
The name's Fiddlestick, you will call Bebop the Third, Senior.
Are you?
I'm Bert.
I was about to lose hope when...
Excuse me, sir. Were you looking for Marjorie Talos?
Why, yes! Yes, I was!
Well, you found her.
I gave her the void charm, explaining my encounter with the ghost of the Bastion.
Thank you dearly. Here, give this to William and we'll finally be reunited in once.
Excitedly, I left the Howling Hollows, ready to give William the good news. On days 48 through 50, I returned to the Bastion Remnant. This is gonna be awesome! I found William the Ghost in the same spot I left him. Hey man, I got great news!
Could it be?
I threw the splash potion onto him, causing him to turn back into his true self.
I can't believe it. I'm actually me again. Thank you kindly, dear Strider. How can I ever repay you?
It was no big deal, really. Just come by to visit sometime, okay?
With pleasure.
I said my goodbyes, then went on my way. I was nearby Strider City, so I decided to swing by and give Sam a visit. Man, I miss her so much. When I got there, the scene was somber. It was a funeral. No, not the chief. Unfortunately, Sam's dad had passed away. She stood in front of the whole city, wrapping up a eulogy for her father.
Now, I ask each and every one of you, take my father's teachings with you each and every day. As your new queen, I promise to do the same and rule in his honor. Again, thank you for coming, everyone. To the chief.
After her speech, I approached her, telling her how deeply sorry I was.
Thank you, Max. Hey, I have something for you. My dad gave it to me. Said he wanted you to have it.
Thank you so much. So, what are you gonna do now?
Continue my father's work. Stop the basalt giant, as well as each of his monstrous minions.
I know where to start. Before I left, I was approached by a group of Striders, asking if they could come live at our base. Of course, guys. We'd be happy to have you. We dropped off the new residents at our base. After that, Sam and I headed to the overworld to defeat the Blackstone Dwarf. On days 51 through 54, we arrived in the overworld. To get there, we had to travel through multiple biomes, including the desert. This place is heaven.
Let's just stay here.
And snow.
Why does this place exist?
I don't know! We continued our journey, eventually reaching the dwarf's lair. Round 2. We walked in, ready for redemption.
Come back for another beatdown?
No, this time I brought backup. Sam and I rushed in together to fight. Using my Archangel Smite, I dealt a lot of early damage. Sam was adept with a blade, so she fought close quarters with her sword.
There's no shame in forfeiting.
Tell that to the basalt giant.
We continued to brawl. Punch after punch, we could tell the Blackstone Dwarf was tiring out. Ayah! Take this! After a lot of fighting, we killed the monster. Yes! Upon his death, he dropped a golden apple, a note, and a map leading to a mysterious location. Fraught with netherrack, blackstone, and fungus, soon replaced by basalt by our savior among us?
What could this mean?
It sounds like the basalt giant wants to turn the nether into all basalt. We didn't like the sound of it, but the map would be useful in taking the monster down. After that, Sam and I parted ways. She was a queen now, so she had a lot to do. I headed home, pocketing the map and letter to use later. When I got back, Little Piglet and I added more onto the statue. We've now completed part of the body. On days 55 through 59, I set off to find Blaze so I could tell him I had defeated the Blackstone Dwarf. On the way, I decided to gather some more materials, including some mushrooms. Ooh, these will make a great soup. I scaled the lava falls to the peak of the tower to find the Blaze continuing his training.
I'm impressed. But did you do it alone?
No, I needed help.
Good. It's important to have a team by your side. You've done well.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Now that you have proven yourself to me, I will train you in the ways of the Blaze.
It was now training time! My first exercise was to walk on lava while carrying a hoglin on my back. Jeez, dude, why are you so heavy? Next, I practiced my accuracy on targets using my Archangel Smite. Bullseye! Lastly, I strengthened my overworld agility by jumping over hazards below. I better watch my step. I ran through the course, and surprisingly, my jumps were on point. Finally, my training was complete for the day.
You've grown much stronger. Good work. But we must continue at a later date.
Thanks, Master! On days 60 through 62, I spent my time walking around the Nether, doing my thing. After some walking, I noticed something strange. Lava had been drained from a large portion of the lake. What in the world? This must be the work of the Basalt Giant.
You're exactly right.
Why are you doing this? You're effectively killing us Striders.
When I'm done, you and everyone else in the Nether will be dead. This dimension belongs to the rock and foundation that built it.
I left the crater, knowing this was bad news. If he can drain the lava this quickly, the Nether would be dry before we know it. I got home, building a shelter with glowstone bricks, and a large Nether portal hall, just in case we have to all escape this dimension quickly. As I completed the build, a Strider walked up to me, dropping a note. It's from Queen Sam! Dear Max, all is well here in Strider City. I miss my dad, and being the queen is beyond
stressful, but life is good. I miss you. I plan to visit soon, but if you ever want to stop by, you know where to find me.
Sam. I was happy to hear from her, and even happier to hear she was visiting soon. On days 63 through 66, I made some mushroom stew and iron armor. Afterwards, I set out to meet with my Blaze Master again. When I got there, he was talking to a strange monster.
At this current moment, his training is going well.
Oh, that's nice of him to say.
But you're still going to kill him, right?
When the time is right, yes.
I was shook. How could my master do this to me? I left sneakily, skipping out on training. I had to think about my next move. I was sad about my trainer, so I worked on the statue to pass the time. I've now completed half the body. Looking good! On days 67 through 70, a Strider approached me at the base. Hey, what's wrong? I followed the Strider, and they led me to an even larger crater where lava once was. Oh no. Go back to safety. I'll handle this. The Strider agreed and retreated. I looked back, and there were two monsters conversing with one another.
This is going real smooth. Boss will surely be impressed.
Yeah, the next phase is about to begin.
I was enraged. I scaled down the lava and confronted them. Hey, the Nether belongs to all of us.
Let me guess, the ugly duckling is upset their pond is going bye-bye.
That's it! I'll make you eat those words! I went into a frenzy and started to attack them. Surprisingly though, they used some crazy magic to multiply themselves. There were tons of them! Ah, am I seeing triple?
The lakes will be gone in a week, and you'll have nowhere else to go.
We'll see about that. Despite my betrayal, Master Blaze had made the mistake of making me stronger. I managed to slay all the monsters where they stood. That's what you get for messing with a Strider. Upon their death, they dropped a Nagafang dagger, a map, and a note. The ritual begins very soon. Witness the rebirth of the Basalt Giants. Whatever this is, I'll have to be there. I decided to return and begin to regroup. I was gonna have to be ready to put an end to the Basalt Giants' tyranny. On days 71 through 73, I built a large circular area for the Striders to hang out, using a mix of blackstone stairs, crimson planks, and warped fence. I'll call it Strider Square. After completing the main square, I decided to continue on the statue. I expanded until I completed the body. Loving this so far. As I was admiring the statue, the little piglin walked up to me.
Max, can I ask you something?
Go for it, little guy.
If you're not too busy, could we play?
I'm never too busy to play, buddy. The two of us began to run around and have fun. I even let him ride around on my back.
Whee! Piggyback rides are my favorite!
Suddenly, a flying nether pig appeared, cutting our fun short. A monster! Go back to your mom. I'll take care of this. I began fighting the flying pig off, but he was quick. If I wasn't careful, they would slip through and hurt someone at the base. Back off! This place isn't for you! After a fierce battle, I finally managed to slay the Nether Pig. Woo! On days 74 through 78, all the fighting had made me tired. I decided to head to Strider City, hoping Sam would be free to chill. You got any time to relax together? No bad guys, no distractions?
That sounds amazing. Being a queen is beyond tiring.
Awesome! I know the perfect spot. We left the city, heading to our favorite spot in the overworld, the desert.
Yup. Oh, this is the best.
We said yes, thanking the villager.
Hey, Max. Never mind.
What is it?
I just wanted to say, I'm really glad we met. You're the only reason I've been able to handle being the new queen.
I'm really glad we met too. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Same. Max, I've been meaning to say this for a long time, but I love...
Nice little spot you got here.
Who's this guy, Max?
My master. Or should I say former master. Traitor!
I see you figured it out. Very clever.
Why have you done this?
Well, let's just say the basalt giant cut me a good deal.
Let's take this guy out, Max.
With pleasure. Ah! And just like that, our fight with my traitorous master began. He may have been small, but his fireballs packed a punch. This is what you get for crossing me. Using our combined efforts, we injured the blaze badly. Tell me everything you know about the basalt giant.
All I know is he's been around before all of us were even thoughts in someone's head.
That's not good enough!
I'm sorry, Max, for everything. I became greedy and lost sight of what was best for the Nether. Please forgive me and take this.
My former master dropped a strange item, then died. I wonder what this is. Potion of Transformation? Our relaxing day being cut short by the battle, we decided to head back. Sam returned to Strider City, while I returned home. On days 79 through 81, I decided to go mining for some diamonds. It's about time I had some better armor. I found quite a bit. When I returned to the Nether, I made a diamond chestplate. After that, I worked on the statue, adding in some of the texture. At this point, it's almost done. Later in the day, the basalt giant ritual was about to start. I headed to the location, and just like he said, the basalt giant was performing some sort of spell. What in the world is he doing? I stuck my head into the lava, sneaking around to get a better vantage point.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh no!
Huh, never mind.
He returned back to the ritual, throwing a few potions to the ground. This caused tons of basalt giants to grow out of thin air. What in the Nether?
Rise, my children! Consume the Nether, and then the other world!
This wasn't good. The basalt giant's plans just got that much more drastic. I left the ritual site. There were too many giants to take on myself. As I traveled home, I wondered what the basalt giant meant by consuming the Nether. On days 82 through 85, I went to a crimson forest to collect some wood. When I got there, it had been 100% transformed into basalt. So this is what the basalt giant wants to do to the entire Nether. I was scared and overwhelmed. Before I headed back though, I heard crying. I explored deeper in the forest, finding a baby ghast. Hey little buddy, are you okay? Where did those giants go? I set off to find the giants. After some exploring, I found a bastion remnant with tons of gas trapped inside. Oh my gosh! They were panicking, trying to break out and making a lot of noise. Shh! Quiet down, guys! Suddenly, a swarm of the basalt giant's minions heard the noise. Uh-oh. I had no choice but to fight, but I was one strider versus an entire army. This would prove to be a difficult battle. Their attacks were strong enough to send me flying into the sky, and my Archangel Smite wasn't affecting them. I had no choice but to take care of the minions up close with my Flame Dragon Bone Sword. Taste the real heat of the Nether. With it, I managed to take down the entire army. Heck yeah, I really have gotten stronger. I freed the ghast from their cages, but they immediately started attacking me. You guys are so ungrateful! Well, if we're cool now, you're welcome to stay at my place, as long as you don't try to kill me or anyone else. On days 86 through 89, I returned home to discover that part of the base was destroyed and a lake nearby was drained. This has gone too far! I decided to drink the potion of transformation given to me by Master Blaze. Let's hope this isn't another one of his tricks. Glug, 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 glug. I transformed into a warrior strider. Whoa, I feel energized. I was taller, faster, and strangely enough, I had a bazooka. Wild. I quickly made a room for the gas on top of our island's tree. With my new energized form, I challenged the baby gas to a race. I am speed. The baby gas and I began to race on the lava. The race was close, and everyone at the base cheered us on.
Ka-chow!
Unfortunately for us, all the noise alerted a nearby basalt giant minion. Uh-oh, get out of here, guys. This is gonna get ugly. It was just me and him now.
You ready to die?
Nope. On days 90 through 92, I went to collect more materials in the nearby Crimson Forest. Suddenly, Steve appeared. Is that Steve? Like, the Steve?
Oh, cool. A Strider. Yeehaw!
Hey, get off my head, weirdo!
You're super cool, dude. I'm gonna stay with you.
No you're not!
Here, you want this?
Huh? Is that warp fungus on a stick? Gimme!
Yeah! Ride like the wind, little Strider.
He rode on top of my head all the way to my base. I decided to build Steve his own small room. I decked it out with everything he could want or need, including a chest, bookshelves, and even a painting. This is what humans need to live, right?
Dang, you're the coolest Strider I've ever met.
Thanks.
Boy, I sure am tired.
No, wait! Suddenly, the bed exploded and he died. I guess he forgot you can't have beds in the Nether. Oops. A little while later, a Strider ran up to me and informed me that more biomes were being converted into basalt. The basalt giant must be near. It's go time! I set off to locate the basalt giant as fast as I could, and eventually spotted a Nether castle. A group of basalt giant minions were about to destroy it. Animals! Suddenly, the basalt giant appeared.
Do not destroy that, imbeciles! This will now be my castle!
He honed his powers and transformed the entire Nether castle into basalt. Jeez, this guy is nuts!
What was that?
I quickly hid in the lava again to conceal myself from the giant's sights. I would need to strike soon, but now wasn't the time. I returned to the base and warned all my friends of the basalt giant's location.
Oh no, should we run away?
No, we're gonna stay and fight for our home. But first, we need to make the last of our preparations. On days 93 through 95, I went mining in the overworld, finding enough diamonds to complete my full armor set. I'm an unpierceable tank. After completing my gear, I decided to work on the statue as well. I added the finishing touches, eyes. And with that, the Strider statue was complete. The resemblance is uncanny. I went to the top of the statue, where I could see a wonderful view of the Nether as well as my home. I knew I was gonna defend this place no matter what. I wasn't gonna let the basalt giant succeed. Thank you everyone for your help. Please stay safe, but for now, I must go on my own.
Stay safe, Max! Give me another piglin background when you return!
I headed off towards the castle until I found it looming in the distance. At its peak was the basalt giant. You're going down! Suddenly, the earth began to tremble, and the walls of the castle erupted, releasing a mob of basalt giants heading right towards me. But this wasn't my first rodeo. I've taken down an army before, and I'll do it again! On days 96 through 99, the rumbling continued. Basalt giants were everywhere.
There you are. What's going on, Max? I heard it all the way from Strider City.
The basalt giant let down his castle walls, revealing his monsters. He's going to terraform the Nether.
Then let's stop him before he can.
We both sprang into battle, fighting as many basalt giants as we could. They were difficult, and there were so many. This is for the Nether.
This is for my dad!
We continued to fight, but we were becoming tired. With so many monsters around, we knew we would soon be outnumbered. I'm gonna find the basalt giant. Maybe killing him will kill all of his minions.
Okay, I'll stay behind to fight.
Sounds good. Good luck, Sam.
And Max, I love you.
I love you too. I said my goodbyes to Sam and ran to find the basalt giant. It was time to end this. On day 100, I confronted the basalt giant where this all began.
Now how did I know you would meet me here?
Enough talk, monster. Why are you doing all of this? Why can't we just live in harmony?
Because I wasn't given the same right. The ancient builders ripped this land away from my kind. And now it's my time to take it back.
I won't let you do that. We rushed towards each other, and the final fight began. He was powerful, and my Archangel Smite wasn't able to pierce his armor. Luckily, I had multiple tricks up my sleeve. My Flame Sword proved to be very effective. Still though, he was made of rock, so he wasn't gonna go down easy. He attacked me with his powerful legs, each the size of a mountain.
The Nether will be all mine!
The Nether is for everyone, not just for basalt giants. The fight continued. As we fought, I could tell he was close to dead. Bye, monster. I shot my rocket, killing the basalt giant. Woo! This action defeated the rest of the basalt giants, returning the Nether to peace. And thanks for my bravery, Sam made me the king of Strider City. All was good in the world. Striders for the win!